Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, takes to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30, needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline, breaks the third tackle, comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaking tackle after tackle. Sweeps down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, goes the flag to the left side. It's Russell intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
San Francisco 49ers. We can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boys Mike and Wayne, and we are back to bring you guys another fun-filled episode of Nothing But Niners / The Breezy Show, man. Guys, this is going to be a fun one. Wayne, is this our first crossover of 2026, bro?
Probably 2025, too. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, man.
You canceled them joints.
Bro, like Rakim said, man, it's been a long time, but I'm happy to be here, man. Yeah. We shouldn't have left y'all without a dope pod to listen to. So we are back, man, and hopefully you guys enjoy everything that we have coming for you guys. Let me run through some formalities really quick on my channel. Guys, if it's your first time here, we hope you guys enjoyed the show. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you know exactly when we are going live. Give us a follow on some of our social media platforms. We're going to start with Snapchat and X. Those handles are Nothing But 9ERS. And then we also have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. Those handles are Nothing But Niners, are spelled all the way out. And then come on down, man, the party where we're always going down. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. Bonus content, real thoughts, real raw reactions to a whole bunch of nonsense, man. It's just, listen, man, there's a ton of content creators out there, especially covering the 49ers. What's going to set us apart? That's why y'all are tuned in. Y'all already know what y'all about to get, especially when you see the two of us on the same screen together. Like, y'all know what y'all about to get already, so you don't even have to, like, try to, act like, is it worth it? Is it worth it, man? Support the Patreons. All right, Wayne, I'm going to give you the same floor also, man. I want you to go ahead and pump up your stuff. Let people know where to find you. Promote the channel, all that good stuff, man. Let them know, bro.
Hey, man, y'all know, man, at the Wayne Breezy everywhere. Definitely come on over to the Patreon as well. Got that exclusive content, film breakdowns, little like watch parties, all that good stuff, man. It's just fun over there because that's where I could just be raw. Like, I think people like Eddie Murphy Wayne, then, the raw Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Then the family Eddie Murphy Wayne, which we do here on YouTube. So, yeah. Come on over to all the social medias, man. Appreciate the love, too.
Yeah. No, this is going to be a fun one, man. People thought that me and Wayne had like some sort of falling out or something because my man called me in the middle of the day today.
Yeah, I ain't called you in like 6 months.
I thought something was wrong.
Wrong, right, because I don't talk on the phone. Right. Usually I send a text message.
Everything is a message. So when my phone rang and I saw it was, I was like, oh, snap. Like, I was in the middle of a store. Like, I was getting my lunch. I was like, oh, man.
It took you 8 rings, though, bro. So if something was wrong, that was kind of messed up that it took you that long to pick up the phone.
What happened was I didn't hear it. So you heard the music in the background when I answered. When I first answered, you could hear the music in the back. I was in a restaurant. And then I had the phone in my cargo pocket. So I'm walking away from the counter, and as I stepped back, I felt my knee moving, like a little buzz on my knee. Mm-hmm. So I reached down, I put my hand on the pocket, and I was like, oh, my phone. So I answered it. That's how it all went down, man. But, I did answer, y'all. It did not go to voicemail. I didn't have to call them back. You know what I'm saying? And people were a little bit worried, man. They thought there was some static, there was some smoke, man. Wayne, you got beef with me, bro? What's up?
Nah, ain't never no beef, bro. Yeah, I don't know why people get that. People, You know, y'all be speculating. Y'all need to speculate about these 49ers about to whip some ass. That's what y'all need to speculate.
Bro, talk about speculating. Look at this. Look. Mike's late. How they just assume?
Bro, you was late, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. This. First of all,
Bro,
I'm in the
a whole
background
year and a half
waiting
later,
since
he
9.
Still don't know how to play it off.
I'm not gonna play it off because you want to know one of my pet peeves, bro.
Come on, educate us. Let us know.
When motherfuckers show up late, especially when you ask me to do something and I'll be like, I'm gonna do it. That's like me telling you I'm gonna do something and I don't do it. But when people show up late, man, I don't care if it's a date, whatever. Just don't be late. Like, be on time. Be before on time. You get 7 minutes.
You
be
was
on
sitting there
time.
stewing, huh? You was hot.
I wasn't hot because I hit you up and you took about 2 minutes to respond. But I was like, bro, like, then I saw stuff going across the screen. I'm like, did this motherfucker start the show? And I don't know. So then I was like, I'm going to stew. But the fact that they know that when we start
DJ
late.
Malone just assumed. He just assumed.
Okay, I'll go along with it. Yeah.
Rob Dart just assumed. Like,
yeah,
first of all,
they assuming it's cool.
It's a 7.5 minute YouTube delay. We actually started on time. Y'all just don't know the new rules to YouTube.
I didn't know that either.
7.5 minute delay.
All right.
And so he said he won't play it off of me, y'all. This is
no. I'm saying I didn't. There's a 7.5. First of all, I didn't know I thought it was a 7-minute delay. You added a whole nother 30 seconds, but now I didn't know that the rules changed. So I'm here. I'm with you. What's beef?
All right, man. Look. So we got a lot to discuss, man. And Tony's gonna come in here. I'm gonna try not to go backwards.
And he late. Y'all want to talk about late? He on CP.
Well, so I will give this to Tony, man. I sent you the link hours ago.
So you made another mistake. Got you.
He said another. You just not going. Okay. So he just
I'm
shooting
back,
at me
baby.
the whole
I'm full
time,
back.
bro. Like,
oh man, all I do is take shots.
I see, and I don't have a good gunshot sound on here in my board because I try not to promote violence. The closest thing to gunshots I do is my click click boom. So I don't have a gunshot over here, but I'm gonna get it. If I'm be podcasting with Wayne, I got to get my gunshot sound effect. So he is shooting, bro.
It's the pew.
He is shooting.
The pew pew.
Yeah. So so Tony's gonna be joining. I just sent him the link. Like
Tony probably.
So this is what I did, right? I hit send. I waited 2 seconds, and then I called him, and I was like, "Yo, bro, you joining?" Like I had to make it sound like I've been sent it, right?
Okay. Yeah, so that's smart.
He was like, Mike, you never sent the link. Now here's what I know. I know that he didn't hear the notification because I called as the notification was coming through. So I was like, yeah, I did. I said, look at your phone. He was like, oh, okay. So now. Got him. Let's go.
What? That's
so
dope.
Now he like, what happened? So now I got him, right? All right. So look, it's my fault, y'all. It is my fault. I ran late at bowling. I ran home. I was trying to get everything ready. We did have a phenomenal night. I got a new ball and everything, but it's another story for another time. But everything went good tonight.
Does it take time with me to break? Do you have to break in the new ball? Like
you do. Your first game is like if you bowl with a ball, you just get it drilled and go. Like that ball is not the same 2 games later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. They absorb oil. You got to buy a special like pad. You ever see like professional bowls? They always
when they
wipe the ball down before they bowl.
Yeah.
They're trying to get some of that oil back out of it because the more oil it holds, the less it reacts on the lane. Like it won't spin the right way.
So you need dry balls. The ball need to be drier.
Yeah, you want to absorb the oil in it. Yeah,
gotcha. I never knew that.
Off of it. Yeah. So it's a learning experience for myself also. So we doing what we're supposed to be doing though, man. We are having a good time. The Niners are kicking ass, taking names. We playing with house money, Wayne. So that's where I want to start, right?
Okay.
I want to know your honest assessment here, right? Because nothing but Niners people, and it's not a lot of us that.
I want to thank everybody for the birthday shout outs too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Well,
Cinnamon Kiss, I see you out there.
You weren't supposed to get there yet. So Wayne's birthday was yesterday.
I know. I just saw the shout outs, but you were talking and I didn't want to forget. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to shout that out. And now you could go back to the show.
So Wayne did this thing right now.
What'd I do?
He did this thing where he didn't give me the opportunity to tell him happy birthday. I was leading to something, but I'm
started
just go ahead
talking
and do
about
it now.
house money. I saw Cinnamon Kiss and I didn't want it to go by. And now, never mind.
Let's do a nice round of applause for my man Wayne Breezy, y'all. My man is 32 again.
Yeah.
Let's go, man. Let's go. You only as young as you feel. How you feeling, man? Come on, tell us how old you feel.
I feel 37.
30. Okay, 37 not bad. 37 not bad at all.
Yeah,
I haven't
37.
felt 37 in about 12 years. So I like that. 12
Yeah,
years ago, I was
think
30.
37 is prime.
That's good, yeah. You got the good strength. You can still get out there and ball a little bit. You might be hurting the next day, but
the next day, right. And you need,
like, 37 is when you appreciate the painless mornings. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when
Exactly.
So
this dude called me 58. Wow. Man.
See,
that's
now,
cool.
You know what?
I'm a cool motherfucking 58 though. I'll tell you that right now. I'm cool as a mother.
Throw some shots back at you. That's right. Clap back. 58 it is. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, y'all get them. Y'all get them for me.
That's okay.
I'm not going to do it. So I text Wayne on his birthday. Then we did the shout out, right? And the reason why we were supposed to actually be going live on Wayne's birthday.
I feel like this is something about to happen. I feel like Mike about to get me because I ain't respond to this morning to the shout out.
It's cool.
Twitter.
No, not the Twitter one. I don't care about that. That's like so everybody else could celebrate you.
I was going to say
you responded when I hit you up.
Oh
so
yeah. I didn't see the Twitter. I wasn't on Twitter yesterday for some reason. I wasn't feeling anything yesterday, but myself.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So like the public thing that don't bother me too much.
Gotcha.
So what I wanted to do, Tony and I were supposed to be going live yesterday, and we wanted to shout you out on the actual show. But I was in the hospital with my daughter yesterday. So
and how did that work out?
She still got her appendix, so they didn't remove anything. They did say it was a little enlarged, but
so it's inflamed.
Yeah. But they just gave us some medicine, and she's home today. So she stayed home. Today is her birthday, believe it or not. So we were in the hospital the day before her birthday. Today's her birthday. She stayed home with mommy today. Mommy took her out for fast food and whatnot while I'm out working and everything.
She got a fucked up appendix, and she went to fast food. I love it. Yo, if I could be 13, 14, 15, 13 through 17, where you just live carefree. Because
that wouldn't have been me today. That wouldn't have been me today.
You just shut. You know how? That's how you shut me up. That right there is how I shut up.
So Tony and I were planning on going live yesterday, man. But because I got stuck in the hospital with my daughter, not stuck, that's where I wanted to be. If my daughter needs me, I'm gonna be there for her. So I don't want to use the word stuck. But we ended up not doing the show, so we were going to celebrate Wayne, but we got a chance to do it tonight. So, and the better thing is now it's the three of us together. So I'm going to bring my man Tony in. And now, Tony, you can go ahead and wish Wayne a happy birthday publicly instead of us having to do it yesterday on his actual birthday, man. It's a belated birthday to my man. So
happy birthday, Wayne.
Thank you, bro.
That's it.
That's Tony. That's all I needed. You know what I'm saying? It's about to be a great show. Shout out to everybody's birthday who is on today, though, January 16th. I know Jacqueline's sister, birthday is today. We got a lot of January 16th birthdays. Happy birthday, Tracy. You got your daughter's birthday? Huh? The 16th is just a good day, I guess. 15th is better, but the 16th is good too. January is just a good month. I don't know why. It's like the reset
My mom's
month.
birthday is January.
Your mom, like it's just a good month. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm not going to beef with it. Tony, you got any significant people or any loved ones whose birthdays are in January also?
Yeah, me.
Ta-da! Let's go, baby. Let's go, man.
Wait, Tony, you a Capricorn?
No, please.
That's why we different. I knew there was something different about us. I knew it.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
All right, let's ramp this thing up here, y'all. We got to kick this thing off. All right,
Mike, you an asshole too, bro. But I love it.
I'm behaving myself today. I'm behaving myself. I want to get y'all's opinions real quick. First of all, raise your hand if you guys thought the Niners were going to win that game in Philadelphia when the week started. So you had us winning the whole time. Tony, I know I didn't. When the week started, I didn't have us winning.
Like, my heart, yeah, but, like, football-wise, it was tough. Like, I kept trying to see a way, but
yeah,
like, I just couldn't. But listen,
so
kudos to them.
Yeah, so it ended up working out. The Niners go out there, and to me, this was one of the most impressive games that the Niners had all season. Wayne, I want to know why you felt that way from the start of the week. Like, going into it, you said you had that confidence because
it was fucking Philly, bro. Ain't nobody scared of Philly. Yeah, look, I understand that we're beat up, we're battered, we're bruised. We've been that way all season, and we've been winning games. I don't see what was going to be different about that game. All we had to do was go there and execute. And even though the game wasn't a blowout or whatever it was, at the end of the day, the 49ers found a way to win. I just feel like when your back is against the wall, they just freaking find ways, man. And that's the wave I'm riding this year. It's this find ways to win wave for me. And so it's hard for me to pick against a team with their back against the wall, regardless of all the adversity. We could talk about the injuries all we want. I mean, I ain't even gonna say that, but it's gonna be another week where yep. But if we win, it's cool. You know,
it seems just like we sacrifice a player in order to get a win.
It sounds like that, right? It sounds like that's what happens every week.
Yeah.
Oh no. We sacrifice an all-pro, Pro Bowl caliber play. Let's be clear on the sacrificial part. So, but if that means the Niners are going to get a win,
yeah. So this is what I want to do real quick. Everybody's been on shows and talking and all that stuff. Most of our opinions are out, but here's one thing that's unique about the three of us, right? One of you guys will say something, and the other person, it'll trigger something. So I just want to have it really quick. Were there any surprises from that game or anything that stood out to either of you guys from that game, right? So let's go with Tony first, and then Wayne, feel free to respond to anything that he's saying, just ping pong off of each other, and then we'll go ahead and transition to the Seattle game that's coming up.
I think they played the run very well versus Philadelphia. Very well. I mean, Saquon Barkley could not get into a rhythm. I know towards the latter part of the game, he was banged up because of the hit that he got like on his hip or his upper thigh. But they clamped the shit out of him. I think he had one like decent run, and then after that, I mean, you know, like you said, you're saying one thing, now it's going to transition to another thing, and now the play at the linebackers. Who the hell thought those two would play that good? I mean, you know, now
surprising.
We go into this week, right, versus Seattle, how they ran all over us in week 18 or 17, and now you're like, okay,
18.
So if we could control Barkley with that run game, even though they were without Lane Johnson, the Eagles fans made that known, but they played without Lane Johnson, and those two played that type of game. I think you're talking about a different game right now.
Yeah. I thought this was one of the better all-around games for the 49ers. The execution on the offense, obviously we had those two bad interceptions by Brock, and this is the first time in a long time I felt like those interceptions were actually on Brock. One of them in particular, I was like, Brock, like, you just can't throw that, right? But all the other interceptions leading up to this game, in the last 6 games he's been back, I felt like they were off the hands of somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really feel like they were all Brock's fault. You know, so I was kind of like, I was very, very forgiving of those interceptions. This game, I was like, all right, Brock, like, that's cool. Like, let's settle down and go out there and handle some business, man. Tony talked about the linebackers. Wayne, did you think, first of all, I cussed Wallow out, like all the way out after the first time I saw him on the field. I cussed him out. I was like, who the hell is 49? Why is he out there on the defense? I was going crazy. Man, did he make me put my whole size 13 in my mouth in that game. Wallow went out there and balled, bro. Were you expecting that, Wayne? I need to know how you were feeling about that, man.
I think
those
Wallow,
linebackers in particular.
I think week 18 Wallow was used wrong. I thought him starting and practicing, he was used right. And what I mean by that is just the position that he was playing on the strong side, and then on the weak, we had to play on the weak side. Like, this dude was all over the football field, just playing downhill football, making tackles, chasing down guys. Like, the energy is there. That's what you get. That's one of those former teammates of D. Winters, right, at TCU, right? That championship fucking team that beat my Michigan Wolverines. But anyway, at the end of the day, like, you knew you were going to get energy when he was utilized right, but I didn't know he was going to ball out. I think the key to the defense against the Philadelphia Eagles, believe it or not, was Eric Kendricks. I think communication is what was most surprising. That's the first time I saw this team communicate without Fred Warner, where guys were lined up properly. That's why they balled out. Now, the question is, this week, do you go with Wallow or do you go with the healthy D. Winters? That's the question. I think Winters still is going to play on the weak side. Do you start Wallow on the strong side? Like that, depending on the formations that come out, it's going to be interesting to see. It's matchup based because Seattle is a lot of east to west. They're going to use a lot of lateral movement, and Jigba's going to be running all across the football field. Cooper Kupp all across the football field. The tight ends will probably be the ones that kind of like be the vertical stretches down the field, so you got to pay attention to them. But I thought Wallow balled out. He was definitely the surprise, but I thought the key to that defense was Eric Kendricks and his experience and leadership at the Mike linebacker. That's your Mike right now until Fred Warner comes back. Can't change that up.
Yeah, we're going to get to the Fred Warner thing soon. I think Wallow, if it's either or, if it's Wallow or Winters, I'm sticking with Wallow.
Oh, I agree.
One play in particular where he went up to that defensive line and tapped my man and said, "Hey," and you saw my man go,
I
bruh.
I tweeted that out earlier this week. I was like, I don't care if the motherfuckers is A+ healthy, full grade. I think you just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think having experience on the field opposed to not having experience on the field is the biggest difference, because that's where your communication messes up.
And the in-game adjustments, I think, were phenomenal. So that Saquon Barkley play early in the first quarter, what was like 60 yards or something, like 61 yards. He had a huge run, right?
Yeah, he had a big run.
The Eagles tried to do that same thing, that same play in the fourth quarter.
They
Niners
adjusted.
said, nah, not happening, bro. The same exact play, same formation. We got a super chat here from Jax Wayne. I'm going to let you read this one here. Break it down, big dog. Oh, damn, it covered my man Tony all the way up.
Thank you guys for all the excellent content. I know it's 1 million 49ers content creators, but we choose to be here with the dopest ones. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Jax, for the super chat contribution. We appreciate your support and love for us. Appreciate you.
Yes. Thank you very, very much. We do appreciate that. All right, now, how do I get this back to the other setting that I had it on?
I don't know, but this is pretty cool.
Oh, you like this layout?
Pretty cool to me. I'll just back up a little bit.
We'll rock with it. Okay, and it's a better view for the vertical people also. So let's rock with it for a while. Let's see how we do. All right, so we go out there. We handle business in Philly. I get to walk around at work and everything and gloat all week long. I'm going through the bowling alleys wearing my Niners jackets and my colors all week long. And everyone, I had
you
some
in that
guy
territory, yo. That's crazy,
bro. There's this guy that I've been bowling with for the last 3 years, and I'm not kidding. He has never said more than 3 words to me. I'm one of those people where when I see somebody who is intentionally not speaking to me, and they bowl a strike, I'll be like, "Yo, good job," and I hold my hand up and make them give me a high five. And you can tell they do it like reluctantly, right? So tonight, I'm in there. I'm leaving, and I put my Niners jacket on. He was like, "Oh, Mike, you're a Niners fan?" I was like, "Yeah, sorry, man. We had to do it to you, right?" This is what he said to me. "I'm a Cowboys fan. I hate those fucking Eagles. I'm so glad that y'all went out there and handled business."
Yeah.
Like, bro, football brings people together in ways that you just can't imagine. So I was extremely happy to see that go down the way that it did. And, you know, it was just great. Honestly, it was just great. So I was happy to see that. Let's go ahead and turn the page, though. We got this injury report that came out. Let's first start, before we get to the actual injury report, let's talk about Fred Warner. There's a lot of people out there that feel like Fred Warner should be given a chance to play. Let me get y'all's opinions on that first. We'll go in the order. Actually, let me pop myself in the middle here, and we'll go with Wayne, and we'll go with Tony. What are your guys' thoughts? Like, should the Niners be trying to put Fred Warner out there? What are y'all thinking about this? Y'all saw the videos and everything. No pads, just out there running some drills.
Yeah, I mean, I think everything's going according to plan for the Niners, right? Like Kyle already said that they hope to have him back by the NFC Championship game, right? So they open up his practice window. He's got to get a week of practice in before he's gonna be activated. At least a week for a guy like Fred Warner. Me personally, I thought everything looked good. I thought the ankle looked good. I liked the way he was testing the ankle. He was proving to everybody that the ankle was fine. I know you was making some comments in our group chat about it, but he jumped on that ankle, landed on the ankle on purpose. That was a purpose thing, for you to see, like, don't fuck with me because I'm ready to come back. And Fred Warner already stated he's ready to come back, but he said that the team's got to cross the T's, dot the I's. Like, there's some politics as usual in this. But if the Niners win this game, I guarantee you Fred Warner's playing in the NFC Championship game, bro. It's guaranteed.
Yeah,
All right, Tony, before I give it to you, Tony, listen, I welcome opposing fan bases in my chat all the time. You're not going to come on the show with two black dudes and call, there's the monkeys. So you've been banned,
I didn't
sir.
even see that. I'm glad you paid attention to that.
Your comments are turned off.
If you guys are moderators, and if that was on my channel, make sure, he's excommunicated, bro.
Yeah,
exiled,
I don't kick people
thing.
out. I encourage the banter. I encourage trash talk and all that stuff on my channel, but you're not going to call two black dudes monkeys on my show. Sorry, sir. Eat your melons and all that. Suck a dick. Like, I'm sorry, Wayne. I'm on your. I got to be on your channel also.
It's 10 o'clock.
But no, those are games I don't play. But feel free to talk some regular trash. If you want to sign back in as somebody else, just don't come in here with that nonsense. Tony, your thoughts on Fred Warner, man?
I think he looks good. I think it's more for next week. I don't think they're going to play him this week. Obviously, they're not. I think that whole thing that he was doing, like hopping on one leg, is trying to get that point across. He knew the cameras were there. It held up pretty good. But then his wife posted a picture of him on the couch with all like these machines on his leg.
I saw that, bro. They playing with us, Tony. They having fun.
I'm like, what is going on? But whatever, it is what it is. If I tried to do that right now, I'd be on the floor screaming. But I think this is going to be like Kyle had in that game, that more reverse throw to CMC from Jennings. He's going to have something up his sleeve for this game, and I think God willing, they beat Seattle this week. Fred Warner's going to be on that field in the NFC Championship game, and I think that's what he's very strategic. Like he knows how to he like spaced everything out. So he's going to do something in this game. He did something versus Philly, like I said, and then if it gets to it, Fred's going to be on that field for the NFC Championship game. This team's going to be up on all three games, and they're just playing with that free money, with their backs against the wall. They have zero pressure on it. So they're playing free football right now, and you see it. They look a lot more confident. They look a lot more comfortable. The tackling has improved. I'm looking to see what it's going to be like tomorrow night. I think the defense was back to that swarm mentality, even though 3/4 of the people that were on the swarm that are still on this roster were not in the game. I think the youth is starting to take that step. The defensive tackles, I think, honestly, Collins and West should be starting over Davis and Elliott right now. I just think they're playing that much better. The defensive ends, that's a different story, but you're starting to see this unit really gel. And I think this game, well, we'll get into that later. But, yeah, so as far as Fred Warner, I'm glad they're not forcing it. They're letting him do it on his own terms, and also with the medical staff as well. But he looked good. I'll say that he looked good with an injury like that. That's just he sustained on what, October 13th, 12th. I think that he got hurt. To recover from an injury like that, quick. That's impressive. I mean, he's got plates and screws in his ankle, but still.
And he had a different surgery too, like one that can help speed up the process too. Like,
he's 100% bracketed. That ankle's not going nowhere.
Yeah,
he's pinned and screwed and plated. Like, that's the only reason why he's able to do it.
Yeah,
They could have just done the plate. They could have just done the screws, and then they go back and remove them. I think in the future, but he's got plates, screws, and they went with that surgery because it's really solidifies the ankle and it gives him an earlier return.
Agreed.
All right, so let's go over this the injury report as it is right now. All the practices for the week are done. And I want to know if there's anything that is concerning to you guys, if there's anything that stands out to you, just whatever the names may be. I'll go ahead and blow this up here. Hopefully everybody out there in the chat can see that. All right. What we have here, Jair Brown did not participate. He is officially ruled out. Jacob Cowing was a full participant. Luke Gifford did not participate for the first two, and then Thursday he was limited. YGM, Yatur Grossmatos, was limited and then did not participate on the last day of practice. Ricky Pearsall, limited all week long. Dominic Pooney was limited and then a full participant on the last day. Fred Warner was limited, and then did not participate and officially ruled out. Keon White, limited, and then full participant. Trent Williams, limited, full, no injury designation there. And then D. Winters, limited, and officially listed as questionable. What stands out to you guys here, if anything at all?
Nothing. It's what I expected. This is all expectations, right? The questionables, we knew those were going to happen. I didn't expect Jair Brown to play after what did he have, a groin injury or hamstring injury last week? Hamstring. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to play. He didn't really return to that game, thank goodness. And then you got Fred Warner. I wanted him to play, but I wasn't expecting him to play. Like, those are the outs. The questionables, Cowing won't play. Gifford shouldn't play because I'd rather see Wallow out there, to be honest. I think Ricky Pearsall plays. And I think D. Winters plays. And I know y'all don't want that, but I think that's what's going to happen.
I wouldn't be mad if he's a third guy out there.
I don't think he'd be a third guy out there. I want him to. I want him to be that special teams linebacker.
Over Gifford? Gifford was brought in for special teams.
I don't care. But I don't think Gifford is going to be healthy, is what I'm saying. So I want D. Winters to take that spot, bump up Wallow.
Okay. All right. Tony, anything on here stand out to you?
I just think they need everybody. I think they need everyone that's playing has not been ruled out. They need everybody up and playing and participating. Gross Matos, he had a pretty solid game rushing from the edge, a couple reps inside. Trent, I mean, listen, we didn't have Trent last time we played this team. All right. And everyone says, yeah, but it's only a lineman. Well, that lineman makes a big difference, especially without having George Kittle. So Trent Williams is healthy, thank God. Keon White's healthy. Are we going to see a package now with Cowing because he's a full participant and he's healthy? Is this when Kyle's saving him for this game? To start, taking
so
that.
Let's have this conversation, Tony, because I like that you said that because
I think
this would be his third week, right? The third week, second week. All right, so the second week.
It's just Wayne. Y'all are both right. This is second week as a full participant.
No, I meant as far as being
this is third
activation.
Week active. Yeah, it's his third week active, but it's the second week being full participants all practices.
So Tony, let's have this conversation, right? Because I like that because now who not playing?
Well, I think number one, Malik Turner will not be playing.
But he was gonna get bumped back down anyway. He's going back to the practice squad.
That's the thing. I think Cowan will be up. I think Pearsall will be up. I think they go +1.
But you can't. But Cowing is not on the practice squad. Cowing's on the IR, so he'll be added to the active roster. So I want to have this conversation because, who gonna be missing? It might not be a wide receiver missing. Somebody else might get X'd off the team.
It could be. But I do think, it's either got to be him or it's got to be Watkins. They need, Pearsall is going to play.
I think Pearsall plays
the whole game.
Right. So I think you got Pearsall. You can't sit Sky Moore because that's your special teams guy. So you're not sitting DeMarcus Robinson. He's been like the best damn wide receiver since.
No, he's their
right.
What did I
Juwan
tell
Jennings,
you?
you
Right?
can't sit.
What did I tell you in the playoff run? Kyle's going to
Yeah, you did. Yeah, but the question is, we're not going with 7 wide receivers.
No, but I think they might go with 6 because
So that
there's
means,
no Kittle.
so what do you do with Watkins?
I don't know. I don't know.
This is gonna get interesting.
So all right. We stumbled upon something here. If y'all had to choose between Watkins or Cowing, she's got to pick one of those two. Both of them have the speed element. Both of them have probably played the same amount of offensive snaps. I hate to say it, but we just don't see enough of Cowing to have any definitive opinion on him. Right. And
see, I like the Cowing because I feel like Cowing would be. I want to see him run that jet reverse, that jet sweep.
Something's coming.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to see him do it though. Like, because that's a guy that could get around quick. You know what I'm saying? And no one will know what's coming. They haven't seen it. We haven't seen it. Like, I don't know, man. I Watkins is still learning the offense, in my opinion. Cowing is probably still learning the offense, so it will come down to you want 4.32 speed or 4.31 speed.
Cowing is 4.38. Watkins is 4.37.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I knew it was about 1 point.
Yeah, it's 0.01. Like 0.01, I mean, they both of them. Isn't Watkins a taller receiver though?
I believe so. I believe he's a little bit
taller.
One's
5'10", one's 5'11". Like they're off by an inch.
You can't say 0.01 again. Like that's crazy. Like right? Like they're that similar. Wow. And they both had injuries, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would go with Cowing. He should be the healthiest. That's how I'm looking at it. And he's more experienced in this offense. So I go with the experienced player. But the question is, what do you do with Watkins? Because you're not going to put him on the IR. You're not going to release him, right?
No. I don't know what the hell they're going to do. But they're going. I really think
one of these dudes not playing.
I think Kyle has something up his sleeve to give a different look to this defense this week. I don't think we're going to see.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it's going to be different. It's not going to be the short, quick, get the ball out of your hands, quick, chip it on the left side every play, whether it's Juice, whether it's Kittle at the time, whether it was the backup tight end for whatever. I don't even know his name. That's how bad he is, but whatever.
Who you talking about?
He's talking about Farrell.
One of them, but.
Oh, yeah.
Back to the injury list.
He's your blocker guy.
Back to this injury list. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm excited. And it's not a knock against Jair Brown. I just think Siegel
is
a different element to this secondary.
It's a knock. He's terrible.
There's a different element with that kid back there.
It's football, Tony, right? He just knows how to play football.
The problem is this. Jair Brown is a safety that does not have elite speed. All right. Yes, he's had mid plays. Yes, there's things that Jair Brown does very well, playing inside the box, flying up out from the second level on a run fit. He does it very well. But when he has to turn and run, that's sometimes where he has some issues with recovery speed, ball skills on trying to time a pattern or to jump time to make a play on the ball. I think this secondary took a little bit of a step with this kid back there. And the reason why I'm trying to say this, and I'm not trying to ram Jair Brown to the ground, but this kid was a former corner. He knows how to cover. So when you have that with his type of speed and his ability in tackling, I think that frees up Mustafa. So now you don't have those interchanging safeties that are like they could still show it, but at the snap, it's going to be Siegel that's going to be shooting deep to be the coverage safety rather than Mustafa. I think that makes Mustafa a better box safety or strong safety, if you want to call it. And I think you saw Mustafa flying up, making plays on the ball on shallow routes or even in the run game. So it's going to be, I do expect Seattle to try to test him. But I just want to see how this defense reacts or not reacts, but carries over into this game from having a solid outing last week versus Philly to now versus Seattle. And remember, the previous defense only gave up 13 points. So it's not like they were blown out of the water. So I'm really interested to see how this defense plays now with the linebackers, with Siegel as a secondary piece. And, I thought this defense looked great at some points in that game. And that fourth, when they went down the field, when they scored, I said, shit, man, they left too much time on the clock. They left Philly with way too much time. And then boom, 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 they went down the field, and those two broke that. Actually, it was 3 of them were there sitting on that route, and they all broke on that ball, and that ball hit the ground. I was like, damn. I said, this defense really, and you take it back, right, to this draft class. They told you what they wanted to do. They tried Siegel early. He had his bumps and bruises. Teams attacked him. He struggled. Put him back on the bench. They went with Jair and Mustafa, or Jair and Pinnock before Mustafa came back from injury. And now he's getting his second shot. So we're going to see it. We're really going to see it. And I'm really excited to see what this team looks like, because I think Saleh, even Saleh, I think has something up his sleeve. I really do. I think this team is really locked in and ready for this game, because you know what, guys? They're not supposed to be here, and they have nothing to lose, right? They do have stuff to lose, but they're not the 1 seed. Seattle's the 1 seed. They had that week off. You saw what Philly looked like with the week off.
And now you're talking. So that's going to get me to our next point here. Like, check this out.
But I am still scared. I ain't gonna lie.
No, and you should feel that way, right? Because you want the team to win, right? It's one thing if you don't expect them to win, you don't care if they win, so you just sit back and say, all right, I'm just going to watch it. The fact that you're nervous means that you really want them to win. That means that you think they can win, but you also see how we could lose it, right? So I got so much flack when I said I wanted the Niners to lose one of those last 2 games before heading into the postseason. I did not like the fact that we had won 6 straight. If we had won the next one, it would have been 7 in a row. We would have the bye week and all that. And everyone kept saying, Mike, you're crazy. That number 1 seed is important. The number 1 seed is important, right? And then all of a sudden, this stat comes out. And I just saw this stat recently. I'm going to share it with you guys, and I want to get your thoughts on it, okay? Let me take this border off before I pop this up here, okay? I want y'all to see this. On 7+ game win streak, and getting the first round bye, if you're not Tom Brady, you don't win. If you go into the postseason with the first week bye, so you skip the wild card round, if you're not Tom Brady, you have not won. This is 20 years worth of NFL football. The only quarterback to go out there and do it was that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick combination. Every other, and even they lost one of them. Every other team has not won a game. Remember when I kept saying it's just too many games in a row? I don't like it. It's just too many games in a row. I think we should go out there and get that loss out the way. We should get that loss out the way. When you win that consistently and you get the bye week, complacency starts to set in. All of a sudden you feel like, man, we can't be stopped. This is good. And then if you get punched in the mouth in the first quarter, second quarter, it's like, oh, man, teams start unraveling. Like, this isn't who we are. This isn't how we play. I like the idea that they're going to come out a little rusty. They're going to come out a little bit slow. Have you guys seen this stat? That's my first question. And 2, what do y'all think about it?
Didn't the Niners get the 1 seed and win their first week?
The Niners did. Yeah. No. This isn't about getting the 1 seed. This is coming off of 7 games in a row or more.
Oh.
And then getting the bye week. No team has ever won in the last 20 years after winning 7 in a row and getting the first round bye, except 3 times with Tom Brady and them doing it.
I'm willing to put this a lot with coaching. I think preparation, I think how well your team is prepared, how well they're locked in, because clearly, you want to look at a talented team. Philly is a talented team on both sides of the ball. The Niners, I think, outcoached that whole team from top to bottom and left to right. The only thing they got beat on was on the medical side of it because we lost Kittle. So I think a big factor in this, and you're saying Brady is Brady is Brady, but I also think Belichick plays a role in that as well. I will say this though, the 49ers were one of those teams that were out and went on an 8 or 9 game tear all the way to the NFC Championship game and lost versus the Rams. So that's that. I don't understand how the Niners are 1.
We weren't the 1 seed then.
Huh?
Yeah, we
weren't
weren't
the
the
1 seed. You're right.
Yeah,
but
we weren't.
They
the
went on
seed.
an 8 game tear. I think it was.
Well, that's to Mike's. Yeah. So with the win streak was there, but we weren't the 1 seed. I think this stat is only for 7 games plus the one being the 1 seed.
Plus the bye. Yeah.
I think it honestly, I think it has a lot to do with coaching. I think it has a lot to do with your coaching, your leadership from your players, preparation. The culture is a big thing. I told you, Mike, when we were on our last show, I said, I don't care what anyone says. I'm watching that sideline because I think if the Niners come out and punch the Eagles in the face, you're going to have nothing but issues. And what happened?
You said it. And sure enough, A.J. Brown and Sirianni yelling at each other. You got players stepping in.
That tells you there's issues with that team. I honestly think it could happen with this team too. Because you have a lot of hotheads on the defensive side of the ball that are all blah, 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 blah right now. And if they get chin checked, how will they react? And also it's experience, right? Not a lot of those players have been deep into the playoffs, right? I think right now the most experienced team in the NFL playoffs right now is the 49ers as the 6th seed.
Let me think. There's no Chiefs. There's no Ravens. The Bills have some playoff. I would have to double check. I feel like the Bills have been there the last couple of years. They might have gotten bounced early also, but I think the Bills have some experience there. Nobody in the NFC has as much experience as the Niners do. The current version of them anyway. Yeah. And, I don't even have to say the current version. I mean, it depends on how far back you want to go. But the Niners officially have the most playoff wins in NFL history.
40, baby.
We accomplished that last week. So, I mean, Tony, you're right.
41.
Yeah, we are the most experienced playoff team in the NFL right now. So,
and Kyle's motto is either you don't make the playoffs or you make the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl.
Now, I see what you're saying. I see where you're going with this. And just know Kyle Shanahan is 4-0 in these divisional games. And Brock Purdy's 4-0 at Lumen Field. This shit is crazy, right? But here's the thing, right? Like, when I think about this situation, though, like, I'm probably the only person to be like, fuck this stat, because I think the Niners would have been that next team had they kept winning. Like,
okay.
That number 1 seed was important. And it was important due to the health regulations that we did. That number 1 seed was important because we needed the break to heal. Opposed to, I don't think, Mike, we would have came in complacent. I don't think we would have came in feeling ourselves. We would have came in beat up, battered, and bruised, and been happy for an extra week off, potentially getting some of those players back. But I also talked about how I thought the Niners were the road warriors of the NFL this year, and they played a lot better on the road as the road warriors. So I was definitely looking forward for this team to get some road victories. They got the first one, expecting to get the second one, and then I guarantee you, when they beat Seattle, I don't care if they play the Rams or the Bears, Niners going to the Super Bowl, bro, with a beat-up, battered, and bruised team because of one thing, and Tony just said it. Coaching.
That's what's going to separate these boys right now. Coaching plus the quarterback, right? It's
definitely the quarterback, but it's still the coaching of it, right? Like it's the coaching aspect. You know what I'm saying? Because I need Brock to stop fucking up, like I do. But I love his moxie. I love the way he just shakes it off. But sometimes, at some point, Mike and Tony, them mistakes can come back and bite you in the butt.
Sure.
And you could talk about how we lost the turnover battle and won that game all we want, but this is a different monster.
I don't know if we necessarily lost the turnover battle, but I'll let it rock.
What you mean?
I'll let it rock.
So explain.
Well, because
I'm listening because we had 3 turnovers in that game.
3.
One didn't
We
count.
had
Yeah,
2.
one was a fumble. Unfortunately, the clock ran out of bounds because they didn't have enough time to call a
you talking about
timeout.
Brock on the sideline.
Yeah, that was a fumble.
Yeah, true, but it don't count because it didn't count.
It did count. I mean, it counted as a fumble.
We've had interceptions that they called back because of holding and stuff like that. If it don't count, it don't count. But I do get what you're saying. So when I look at the turnovers in this game, right, the literal turnovers is going to show 2-0. That's what it's going to show.
Either way, they lost the turnover battle.
But we got 2 fourth down stops. Every coach in the NFL counts those fourth down stops. It's called a turnover on downs.
Okay.
It's called a turnover on downs. We got 2 very important stops.
Then it was
I count it as a wash.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't, but you can.
I respect that. No, I get it. Not everyone's going to see it that way. I completely get it. And maybe that's the homerism in me, right? I feel like that's what Dan Campbell's biggest problem is over there in Detroit, right? It's like,
okay, so we don't get none of them fourth down stops in this game, and we throw 2 interceptions, and we don't get any interceptions. That's gonna be a fucking problem.
It's a real 2-0 or 0-2.
Yeah. It's gonna be a problem. And that's Brock doing too fucking much. See, so like Brock has to just play efficient. Like, I'm all for the explosive plays. I'm all for it. But when you trying to throw it in a tight window and you had that wind and not in your favor, because there was 2 types of winds. It was throwing in the wind and not throwing in the wind. When he was throwing in the wind, that ball was kind of sailing a little bit. So you could blame it on the wind, but that's Brock missing a wide open guy to throw it into double coverage. Like, I just don't understand that. It could be because of pressure. It could be a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of factors. But I need Brock to this is a different game. It's a different monster. Trust me, like, I'm not thinking we're going to come out here and just mud stop the Seahawks. Their defense is going to bring it. But Brock's got to trump the D. Pause.
Yeah.
And he's got to figure out how to step up in those passing lanes, guys, and be like, you know what? Nobody open. I'm just going to take off and run. There's going to be nobody in front of him. Get 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards if you can. Right. Brock's got to be on. We need Detroit Lion divisional round Brock.
Second half Brock Purdy.
Second half. You got specific. Yeah. Okay. Second half Brock. No, 100%. That's what we need.
I like it. So you mentioned that's going to be the difference in this game. I have a couple of notes here. I'm going to tell y'all what the difference is, and then I want y'all to elaborate on them. And if y'all don't touch on my subs in each category, then I'll go into it a little bit more. All right. The first difference between this upcoming game and Week 18. Here's what I have. Here's the first one. Trent Williams. How is Trent Williams and his presence going to affect the 49ers offensive performance this time around? The floor is y'all's. Come
Tony,
on,
you get the offensive lineman, Tony, because this is common sense. But Tony, you get this one.
Let me explain something to you. The mentality, the comfortability that he brings to that offensive line in that huddle, knowing that he's there, it's different. Spencer Burford is a different guard with Trent Williams there. That offensive line plays different. Right, you're talking about tone setter. You're talking about a guy that gives you versatility in your offense, minimal, whether it's a screen, whether it's literally him pulling out and leading people downfield on a reverse, whether it's in pass protection, whatever it is, Trent Williams is there, okay? And if you listen to him talk, we got one down, you got another one to go. We're taking it week by week. He's setting that mentality as a veteran in that offensive line, in that locker room, on both sides of the ball. Because the defense, very young. And him being a captain, he's been very vocal this year. I just feel, especially without Kittle, I think this is a night and day difference this game, because I think now Kyle's not chipping. Kyle's not keeping people in. Kyle's attacking. It's back to attack mode. You know, the motions, rolling the pocket away, rolling the pocket to wherever he wants to do. I think Kyle's going to do it. I do think they have probably the best defensive line, one of the best defensive lines in the NFL.
It's tough. It's relentless. That's
I
what it
will
is.
say this. I think it's more because of their schematics that they use.
Mm-hmm.
They are talented, but it's also heavily with their scheme.
Mm-hmm.
They're allowed to play very free up front. They're very aggressive. So with that being said, I think Kyle, because of this, he's going to counteract that. And I think it could be with the run, it could be with the quick game, it could be with a deep shot. Me personally, I think Kyle's going deep within the first 3 plays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you right now, I think it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to say, fuck you. Okay, my troops are up front. We're going. Even without Kittle. Because
Ricky,
what I
though.
think the difference is at this point in Kittle's career, I don't think Kittle is as fast off the line and in his route as a Tondres is. I think Tondres is a little bit more fleet-footed right now. It's not a knock against Kittle. Kittle, listen, he's a warrior. The guy just keeps getting injured. He just keeps coming back for more. And I love the dude. I think he's the face of the Niners. I think he's probably one of my favorite Niners. And I'll ride or die with Kittle. He's a straightforward dude. I like him. But you're adding a little bit more athleticism to the tight end. So now what is that going to do? Is that going to put strain on the other Imanor, that's safety / hybrid linebacker? Is he going to have to run speed for speed with him? Is that because they're going to have to change something now because they can't stack the box because they know there's a weakness on the left side with Pleasant? Are they going to be as aggressive up front? Are they going to take a step back and say, all right, listen, they're solidified up front. That starting 5 is back. Should we change our approach? And will Kyle find something in the change? So I think it's going to be very I'm going to hit you with this. I want to see how you react. Typical Kyle, right? The first 15 to 20 are scripted. I expect him to grab it and go.
Yeah, he's going to test the waters.
I think he's going to really listen. Kyle's a different coach in the playoffs. You could say what you want about him in the season. You could say how he's coaching. He's calling his plays not to lose this game. I think Kyle is different in the playoffs. Super Bowl we could talk about. But I will say the aggression, bro, they were down, 3 scores to Detroit. They came back and beat them in a quarter and a half. He just has a different mentality. When he finds something, that's it. The defense is going to jump to try to stop that, and then he's going to slam you with something else. Once he finds a weakness, it's going to open up other shit for Kyle. And again, I'm not saying this. I'm not saying I'm confident. They are a very sound coached defense. They are very well coached. That scheme is very tough. There's not many mistakes with that scheme. You could put it on the coaching. You can put it on the skill set of the players. I just think this is the game. I think this is the game where Kyle just goes balls to the wall. I really do. I don't think if the Niners do win, I don't think it's a blowout. I do think they will. I don't even know how to say it. They have something. And I think the Niners are going to, because you got to remember something. When they last played them in that fourth quarter, you saw it. Kyle went right down the field on that play where Christian McCaffrey, the ball was tipped and McCaffrey popped it up.
Yeah, it got
went
intercepted.
right down the field on that drive. And there's no reason to say, oh, well, it was bullshit points. No, that was a 1-score game, if I'm correct, right?
He would, yeah.
And he went right down the field. So that tells me at that point, it took him that long to find where we're going, where the weakness is, where the hole is, and where we're attacking. So now there's a transition into this game, all right? Just like the defense, right, for how we played, the 2 inside linebackers played versus Philly. If you go back and watch the end of the Seattle game, maybe mid-fourth quarter on, look at how they played in that game. That defense, those linebackers, when they were both on the field, they played well. And it carried over into that game. So it's all about taking what you're getting, what you're seeing, what you experience, and rolling it. And I think this team is going to roll. Whatever they saw in that previous matchup is going to go into this game.
Hey, really
Trent
quick.
Trent Williams is the key to that offense to allow
Yes.
it, to not keep people in, to protect, to not keep the extra body or two. I think that's the difference, because when you're only running 2 men into a pattern because you're going max protection and they're just sitting covering space, that's not a good matchup. Now, you can go 3, potentially 4 because you have Trent Williams back. You're going to start opening windows, and that's where they need to start doing. But they can't become one-dimensional. I think they still need to stick to the run, even though they're not getting it. I do still think they have to stick to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be tough to run against this defensive line. Let's not pretend like we're going to go out there and just run roughshod on them. Wayne, before I get to my next part, was there anything else on the offensive line and Trent Williams being there that you wanted to touch on that Tony may not have hit on?
Nah, I think he summed it up. When it comes to Trent Williams, he's the juice on from the offensive line, and he just makes the offense play better, and it just comes down to what Kyle Shanahan is able to do when he knows he has that left tackle, and you can see the confidence in Brock Purdy not worrying about a certain side, right? And so that allows Brock to play a little bit more free. We talked about Jake Tonjes, though. I don't think we're realizing that Jake Tonjes had, in week 1, it was Jake Tonjes. George Kittle got injured, and then Jake Tonjes came in and scored, I think twice or once. But at the end of the day, it was Jake Tonjes. This is a game where Jake Tonjes is now the starting tight end. And now he's going to be dialed up with plays. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a pretty good game, against his team, especially moving the ball across the middle of the football field with his athleticism and great hands. So, we saw a glimpse of what Jake Tonjes was able to do in week 1 when he was called in. Now he's going to be the starter. So this is going to be really interesting. And I wouldn't sleep on Luke Farrell either. The Niners get to that red zone, man. There's so many things they could do with 2 tight end sets, 3 tight end sets. And they activated Braden Willis to the roster. So Kyle's got something going on that we just don't know about. So I'm excited to see it, man. That week 18 game, they lost because Mike said that they shouldn't go, continue the win streak so that they could get the loss. So that's the only reason why they lost that game.
I'll take it. Listen, man, I owe a couple of you guys an apology. For some reason, the super chats were not popping up on my screen, and they weren't being auto-starred. So I did miss some. Let me run through them really quick because I don't want us to get too far past them here. Let me go back to the other screen mode while I do this, all right? Here we go. Niner Gang Podcast, our guy Dion. He says, now I know we're winning. The crew is back together. Good vibes and happy birthday, Breezy, man. Let's go.
Thanks, my guy. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. We got another one here. And this one is from our guy Nigel here. Nigel likes to throw him in here as well. This is a Breezy B-Day party, man. Let's go, man. We turned up for you. Wait, man, come on, man. We dropping bombs on them, baby. Turn it up. Let's go, man. That's right. Where's that energy at, man? Here we go. We got this one here from 49er Jeff, not to be confused with 49er Hefe. It says Eric Kendricks will be the difference.
Yeah.
Go Niners. I got you, bro. I know what you're saying here, man. I think that all of us in here were extremely impressed with Eric Kendricks' performance. Y'all, what do y'all like? Come on, man.
It's funny how long it takes these guys to get kind of acclimated. That's why I said Fred Warner there's no way he was going to play this week. He's not in shape.
Right.
But it took Eric Kendricks almost a month, right, to see this football field. And he's seeing the football field healthy, and he looks like a Mike linebacker. We finally have a Mike linebacker not named Fred Warner. This is great.
Yeah.
So I couldn't agree more. Eric Kendricks, I think the key when you wear that green dot is communication. You got to line up, switch, shift to defensive front. Tell them what they doing. Slant in, slant out, whatever. We coming in, whatever. You got to get the secondary line. That's why the game was different against that Eagles team. You didn't see the Eagles explode against this Niners defense. And even when they were trailing in the fourth and came back and won offensively, the Niners defense kept the team in the game. I expect them to do the same thing against the Seahawks. Eric Kendricks is key on that defense.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Again, communication is key. You know, we heard Robert Saleh talk, you know, after we lost Fred Warner. There was a lot of people saying, why can't we get, oh, God, what's the other young linebacker on the field that we drafted?
Tatum Bethune?
No, not Bethune. He's the rook.
Nick Martin.
Nick Martin. Why can't we get him out there? Why can't he do it? They tried to explain he doesn't play Mike. And then it came down to when it was like Bethune or Winters and who was going to be the Mike. And Robert Saleh went right to the podium and said, look, it's going to come down to who communicates better. All these guys can tackle. They can all go out there and run. They can all make plays. But that's not just what the Mike does. He's got to communicate with the team, call the play, pre-snap calls and things of that nature. So he went out there and broke it down. We got one, y'all. We got one. We got a veteran, and it's Eric Kendricks. So great super chat there. We got another one.
Is Winters definitely playing?
He's questionable, but I think he's
questionable.
Play.
Yeah.
Yo, what would you do? Like, just hear me out. What would you do if they don't dress him and they pull up Kazir White and they play with those three linebackers?
I don't know if Kazir is ready.
Well, it would tell me that they want more speed out there for sure. It would
Winters
tell me
is
they want more
fast.
speed at the linebacker.
Winters is fast. I think
I'm not saying he's not fast.
I think that you're going with a different mentality. I think you're going with more experience across all three.
Experience would be the thing, yeah.
And I just think
it would be experience. That's been the key to Saleh. Like, you see the difference in his defensive execution from young players without the experience to the players with the experience. Like, that's the key. Like, young guys need to be developed, and it just don't happen overnight. It just doesn't.
So D Winters' 40 time at the combine was 4.49, which is plenty of speed for a linebacker. Now, unfortunately, this is a hand time. This is a hand time for Kazir White, but his hand time at the West Virginia Pro Day was 4.19. So, I mean,
he don't run a 4.41.
I'm just telling you what it says.
Mike, that's a fucked up hand, yo. That's what that is. Come on, man.
It's the hand from what was that movie? Mixing the turkey.
Yeah. 4.19.
I'm just telling you what to say, bro. I'm just telling you what to say. One thing I do remember about Kazir White was his speed in college. I do remember that's the only thing I remember. I'm just telling you. Mike.
I'm
not saying that it's real. I'm
just
telling you what the internet
why would you
is
read
telling
that?
me.
Mike,
because it makes a difference.
There's not even wide receivers that run 4.1, Mike.
I know.
Or running backs.
That boy different. That's Jersey right there, man. What you talking about, man? Don't sleep on my Jersey boys, man. Let's go, man.
I knew.
The reason why I said
Jersey give it up.
The reason why I mentioned it is because, number one, his experience in the NFL and in this system with Gus Bradley. And the second reason is, if you want a Trent Williams type player on your defense, that's the dude.
He'll definitely bring the pain like that. Like that, his mentality is different. You know, he's definitely a guy that's gonna tackle. We had 8 missed tackles last week. I know Tony said we did better, but 8's still too much for me.
Who had 8 missed tackles?
The 49ers.
We had 8 missed tackles, but it wasn't 18.
That was night and day difference.
Yeah, it wasn't 18. I'll
It's
tell you that.
It's still too many. And it happens on those explosive plays, right? So, like, that's what the Niners got to be better at. You know what I mean? You know, they just got to be better for some reason.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go back to the tribe box here. I'm going to put myself at the bottom. I'll cover my face as I read this one. This is a long one from our guy, Sean. Let me take the other comments off. It'll spread it a little bit wider. He says, Mr. I don't answer my phone breezy with Grand Theft Auto Tony with Mike the Undertaker in McDonald's parking lot, smacking seagulls, Seahawks, snatching the French fry from their beak. What up, fam? And we doing it. That's it, man. That's it, man. He is happy to see the band. he's happy to see the gang back together, man. Tony, man, you gotta stop. You gotta stop going out there on those missions, bro.
Grand Theft
Stop
Auto.
going out there on
Jesus
those
Christ,
missions, man. Yeah, man. And by the way, the Undertaker was my favorite wrestler of all time.
He was mine too.
By the way, so
that's crazy.
For real?
Yeah.
Wow.
1991 Survivor Series, bro. I'll never forget that joint, man.
I would have never pegged you as an Undertaker
1991
guy.
Survivor Series. Bro, dude came out. I was like, who is this? And he is him. That was it.
Bro, I remember when I thought he was dead. Like, I thought they kicked his ass, and then my man Paul Bearer goes, boom, and held that urn up.
Yeah.
My man sat up like a Pez candy coming out the neck. It was just pow, it just popped right. I was like, oh, he different. Oh, he's different.
Whoever
man.
wrote that character
come on,
was
bro.
genius.
Bro, I never seen nothing like that. Then they started breaking out the caskets and stuff. Oh my goodness. What? Like, talk about aura. Or no, they don't call it aura now. What do the kids call it? Riz. They call it Riz now,
I didn't
right?
even know it was called Riz. It's aura to me. Like,
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. The Riz is
And
different.
then Sean has a back-to-back one here. Let me change the sound effect here. Here we go. He says, Breezy, Kanan in the car turned 6 2 days ago.
Happy birthday, Kanan!
There's another one. There's another birthday
Yo,
one. Let's go,
Capricorn's
man.
in the house.
Oh, my goodness. Round of applause for all these January birthdays, man. My mom, Tony, Wayne, Kanan, my daughter today. Like, oh, man, these January birthdays are taking over. Jax's, you said her niece?
Her sister.
Oh, her sister. I apologize. Her sister. I mean, look, they everywhere, man. They're everywhere you want to be. He says, no more IEP, no autism.
That's
He is
dope.
the head of his class.
Let's go.
Say hi to him, brother. Miss you, brother. Go ahead, man. Kanan.
Kanan.
Go ahead,
What's
man.
going on, Kanan,
big
man?
dog?
We miss you,
Let's go, man.
Kanan. I miss you,
Round of
Kanan.
applause.
Uncle Breezy,
Round of
man.
applause.
He getting back to himself. He coming back. He's making it come back.
Yeah, just like Kanan, man. Now the head of his
Sean,
class.
don't be putting my fucking business out here. I don't answer the phone. And you know this, man. Just text me.
Which is why it took me 8 rings to answer when you called me. I was like, oh, this is a glitch. He had the pocket down. It's a glitch in the matrix over here, man. Something is not right. Something is not right.
Sean.
All right. Yeah, man. That's right, Sean. Expose him, man, because he came on starting the show just throwing
good.
shots at me. So y'all run it back and see all the shit.
I did not throw shots. Somebody said you was late. All I did was agree. That was it. That's
When you
not
ain't throw
a shot.
shots at me, bro?
How did I throw shots at you by agreeing to
I'm
somebody?
just asking you. That's
Yes,
not the only
I
thing you
did.
said.
I threw shots.
Okay,
You're right.
Thank you.
I did.
There.
I sure did.
There we
Shots.
go. There we go. All right, here we go. We got Slick68 here. He says here, Kyle is going to bust that Jimmy G playbook from 2019, but this time he has a quarterback that can make them throws. And happy belated birthday,
Thanks,
Breezy, man.
Hey, who's
Let's
going to be
go,
the
man.
receiver, Slick? Who's going to be the receiver to catch that Emmanuel Sanders pass?
Ooh, let's talk about it. Come on, let's talk about it. I like that. So if we're busting out that old Jimmy G playbook, he overthrew Emmanuel Sanders for the dub, right? Right? Like that's what it was.
That's what I'm saying. We had to win on that play, dog. He was wide open.
So no more
Damn.
32-year-old wide receivers, man. We don't even have a 32-year-old wide receiver on the team, right? I mean, I think our oldest receiver is Robinson. He's 30, right? So who's it going to be, man? Is it Pearsall? Is Pearsall's leg good enough to do it, y'all? Do we trust Pearsall enough to do
How
it?
old is KB?
Kendrick
Kendrick
Bourne
Bourne?
30,
is
30 maybe?
Let's see here. Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne ain't caught a pass in 7 weeks.
They do not look at this dude. He's 30 also. He's also
Yeah,
30.
he's 30.
That's what I thought.
That's what I said.
I was pretty sure our oldest receiver was 30 years old. Yeah. So who's it going to be, man? Who's running that route? Who's going out there to get that deep shot to ice the game, man?
Oh, Jacob Cowling. That's the Jacob Cowling route right there.
Y'all tripping. All right, now I know.
No. That's the yo. If Jacob Cowling is activated, tell me that's not his route, Tony.
No, yeah, it's definitely.
Damn it, that's his
Definitely.
route. It's a big if. It's a big. Mike, we can't see you. It's a
I know
big,
that's what I'm doing. All I'm doing. That's I'm hiding behind the banner because thank God y'all can't see me.
It's a big if, but if he's activated, that's the play that we have. We haven't seen that play since 2019. If you think about it,
I think Robinson can do it.
yeah.
Come on, disagree.
No.
No, you punk ass. No, the fuck he can.
Yes, he can.
Awesome, yeah. He can't.
You haven't watched Robinson do that a couple of times. And Robinson. And here's the question: will Brock Purdy's ball be short?
Robinson could definitely do it, Mike, because his stutter steps coming off the line and shit, he creates space, that kid. He's a good route runner.
I just don't know that I've seen him create that kind of separation. I just don't know that
Look at it
all. That's all I'm saying.
Look at all his out passes when they run the out routes.
Yeah, he's
got a
open.
Step and a half on.
But sometimes Brock passes be short, so you got to come back to him.
Right, and then that's a pick. I need somebody that's going to get a little bit more than a step and a half, bro. A step and a half, we're talking about a yard difference. I need somebody that's going to get out there and having dudes trailing 3-4 yards behind them, man. I need more separation than that if we're going to have Brock underthrowing them. You know
See, I
saying?
think Pearsall runs different routes. I think Pearsall is stretching out to the sideline type of routes, but they're still deepest routes. But
I don't think it's Pearsall either.
It's definitely not Jawan Jennings. That's your slot
Definitely
guy.
not Jawan Jennings. It's definitely not Kendrick Bourne either.
Don't say
Jordan Watkins.
Don't say Sky
Jordan
Moore.
Watkins, ladies. Oh, Sky Moore can do it too. Oh, don't do that, Tony.
It could be Sky Moore. It could be Sky. It could be Sky.
I don't like that, Tony. Why you do that? Why you do that,
Because
Tony?
I don't think Sky Moore could do that. I don't think Sky Moore's that type. He's just a straight line runner. I think he just a boom.
What? That's
But
more of a reason for him to get that route, though. No,
if he gets a clean
like
release,
you just
sure.
said, he's a straight line runner. That's what I'm saying. Isn't that
If
more
he
of a
gets a
reason for him to
clean
get that
release,
route?
sure. That's a big if, though.
Nah, that's I don't think that's Jordan Watkins' route. We talk about come on, we looking at that same. We talk about that play, that play. Like Emmanuel Sanders had double coverage beat, and the ball was thrown. Well, I didn't even know Jimmy could throw the ball that far.
Was he running a post
That's
route
what I'm
and
saying.
post
I didn't know he could throw it that far. If anything, I feel like Brock doesn't have that type of arm. I think that ball will be underthrown. So then
Shit, Brock's arm is different this year. I don't care what nobody says.
I've seen
Brock
a lot
is
of
showing me something different with
underthrown
his arm.
passes when he's trying to go down the field to where the guy's got to kind of like come back and get. They're not just thrown to the guy in stride.
I get it now. Wayne, we haven't talked in a while. So in the last 6 games, my whole thought process on Brock Purdy has completely changed. I view him completely different than how I have the last 4 years.
That's fine.
So,
That ain't got shit to do with some of his balls being underthrown. Like, I don't get it. It's okay.
No, well, that's what I was going to ask you. Do you still view him as the same guy from the last couple of years?
No,
I mean, he's a step forward.
He's evolved because Brock went from efficient to big time throws to nobodies. Now he's back to efficient with big time throws. Like he's evolving, but some of his passes are still slightly underthrown.
Yeah. I think the best thing that happened to the rest of the NFL is that Brock Purdy don't have Josh
The strong
Allen's
arm. Oh yeah.
If this dude, if Brock Purdy's brain was in Josh Allen's body,
that's a scary
we would
combination.
hands down have the best quarterback in the entire NFL.
Right.
Like it wouldn't be a close second. I'm telling y'all, if he had that physical ability that Josh Allen has, oh my God, man, it would be something dangerous. We got one more super chat here from Sean. I don't even know which sound effect to play at this point. Let's do the horns. Here we go. And Wayne, I believe he's talking to you here. He says, "Don't be grumpy, bro." That chat is like, I wouldn't answer that or his call either. It's hard walking in holiness like I do. These chat rooms wish I was banned. So he's like, hey, I was just having some fun with you. I wasn't really trying to be serious because you was like, hey, don't be putting my business out there, Sean. So that's why he wrote this one, I think. That's what I think. But Sean, if you couldn't tell, Wayne wasn't being serious. Like he was having fun with you too.
I definitely wasn't being serious.
Yeah.
That definitely wasn't.
He was having fun with you too, bro. So don't take it that way. So yeah. But yeah, man, like, so listen, man, I don't care if the chat wants you banned. Look, I'm here to decipher the Sean.
Why was the chat
Sean
want him
posts.
banned?
Well, Sean puts like, you ever eat Cracker Jacks back in the day?
Oh man, did I? I still prefer Fiddle Faddle, but yeah, Cracker Jacks was good.
But remember when you used to open up the pack of Cracker Jacks and it
prize.
would be this piece of paper with like these blue lines and these faint ass red lines, and you would have to get like the little red decoder.
Mm-hmm.
Sean's comments are the decoder and the little map that you got to slide over to understand.
Sean's special. Yeah, he's a special guy. He's special. In a good way. That's a gift.
Sure. It's special in a good way. All right, I like the spin that you did on it. That's cool.
Yeah, that's a gift to write in code, bruh.
Come on.
That's a gift.
All right. Okay. I like it. I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get back to the regular schedule program. Okay. So we talked about Trent Williams in the offensive line, right? We already talked about Kendricks plus Wallow, right? And what I have here is the overall defensive communication and the improved run defense. Better run defense equals better pass defense. And this is what we didn't get to with the Kendricks and Wallow combination, right? The run defense was better. What does that do for the pass defense? Now, hear me out. Week 18, Seattle was damn near perfect when it comes to splitting passing yards and receiving yards. 181 passing yards, 180 rushing yards. The Niners were just stuck guessing every single snap, and they were just as effective whether it was the pass or whether it was the run because we couldn't stop the run. With an improved run defense, with an improved tackling ratio, again, y'all just said it, we had 8 missed tackles versus 18 missed tackles, right? That's a huge difference. If we can stop that run, if we can slow down that run game and force Sam Darnold to throw more, how does this game become different?
I mean, that's the key. It's you make it one-dimensional.
Break it down.
That's the key. And you know what? It's not even about just stopping the run, right? Here's where the Niners struggle. Is they give up explosive runs. Okay? And so when I say explosive, I'm talking about runs that are like usually 10 yards or more, but the Niners be giving up these 20-yard plus runs. And in that game, they gave up a 27-yard touchdown run. That right there was bad, and that was because they were guessing. You had guys getting blocked out of the play. Gross Matos doesn't set the edge. Next thing you know, he's too far up trying to rush the passer. Next thing you know, boom, Jair Brown gets blocked off by a tight end, and Demo kind of just gives up, right? It's that. Those are the ones that really be the dagger. They do well against the run, but when they get gashed, that's when that run defense struggles. They didn't get gashed except for that one time in the Philadelphia Eagles game, but they adjusted. I think with the experienced linebackers out there, I think that adjustment happens. You're playing against a two-headed monster, so it's not like you got to stop one guy. It's not like you got to stop Saquon. You got to stop Jonathan Taylor. You got to stop Bijan Robinson. Now you got to stop Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. Them guys going to rotate so that they stay and remain fresh. It's a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. But at the end of the day, you want to make Sam Darnold throw all game long. This ain't even about getting, pressure on Sam Darnold. This is keeping this guy in the pocket. Make sure this guy is just throwing this ball. He's already got this oblique injury, so they say, or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? But stop the run. Stop the run. Make him throw. If you lose to Sam Darnold in this game because he had to throw for 500 yards, okay. All right. But stop the run. Stop the run. That's what keeps this offense alive. And Sam Darnold has not been playing well for the past several weeks. They only put up 13 points against us. He's not playing well. He has 8 interceptions, 8 touchdowns, something like that. He's just not playing the Sam Darnold as he was at the beginning of the season. So stop the run.
So Tony, I want to get your take on this also, right? Wayne talked about the 29-yard rush by Saquon Barkley. Yes, I called it a 61-yard rush because that's how it felt.
It felt like 61 yards, Mike.
You start the game, and I was like, God, gee, he just ran the whole field. That's legitimately how I felt. That's why I called it a 60-yard run. But Wayne was absolutely correct. It was a 29-yard run, right? And if you go back to Week 18, the Seahawks had 3 carries for over 65 yards. Okay, there was a 19-yard run on 3rd and 17. And then, respectively, they had a 20-yard run by Kenneth Walker and a 27-yard run by Charbonnet, right? So just those 3 runs alone are over 65 yards of rushing yards, right? I don't think the Niners are giving that up again, and maybe I'm wrong. But if we can,
what did they finish with? What did they finish with the rushing yards?
Who Seahawks?
Yeah,
Seahawks finished that game with 180 rushing yards.
Yeah, I felt like
Walker total.
Yeah, Walker and Charbonnet, I felt like they split.
Bro.
Yeah, and another thing I
dudes
didn't
couldn't be stopped.
understand, Charbonnet likes to run outside, Walker likes to run in the middle, and they still couldn't figure that out.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker had 16 carries, Charbonnet had 17. Kenneth Walker finished with 97 rushing yards, Charbonnet finished with 74. Like they were doing whatever they wanted. Both of them averaged.
But
over 4 yards a carry.
go back to week 1. It was week 1. It was all Charbonnet. We stopped Walker, but we also had Warner and Bosa.
Yeah, there you go. See?
And I think Walker is the outside guy, Tony, and Charbonnet is the inside guy. That's what messed us up. And week 18 is what messed us up. We so used to watching Charbonnet go inside. This kid hit the outside zone and
right. And so in week 1, Charbonnet had 12 carries for 47 yards, which is still 3.9. That's still good.
That's still good.
And Kenneth Walker finished the game with 10 carries for 20 yards. Like he was bottled up.
Yeah, they stopped. That's what I'm saying. But I think Charbonnet had a touchdown in that game, right? He was the one that scored.
He did. Yeah,
gotta keep him out of the end zone, man. They don't get any rushing touchdowns. We good.
No, they scored one touchdown. They scored one touchdown.
I know.
Yep.
It was a rushing one.
So Tony, come on. How does the run game affect the pass game? Go ahead. The floor is yours, man. Let's go. Get your breakdown, man. This is what they call
our offense.
Our run defense. If we can control the run, how does that affect the passing game and the overall?
Clearly, I don't think Seattle has the utmost confidence in Darnold. I think they know his history. Minnesota, he comes out the gate flying like with his hair on fire, and towards the end of the season, he starts dwindling down. I think that projection is correct for this season with Darnold. Listen, your best offense is a run game, and if you can run the ball, you just keep running it. But if the Niners can stop it and they force and make him one-dimensional,
mistakes happen, bro. That's all I'm going to say.
It could be a little scary as far as the tight end.
AJ Barner.
Not Stolbert, the other kid that they have.
AJ Barner.
I think Barner is a tough matchup because he's like 6'6". He's a tall tight end. He's from Michigan, right?
Michigan guy. Bro, you know, man, listen,
he's a taller Michigan. He's a taller tight end,
he's a big dude. He's a problem.
It could develop into a problem, but I just think because you saw it in the Week 17 game, like he didn't want to put the ball. It seemed the way I saw it, it didn't look like he really wanted Darnold slinging it around. Could he sling it? Does he have the potential? Absolutely. But
Darnold's got a phenomenal arm. Let's not
pretend
pretend like he doesn't. Yeah.
The problem is this. Screw the run game. We're talking straight passing. If you hit Darnold and you make Darnold uncomfortable and get him off his original platform, that's when this defense could jump and make something and take an opportunity.
Oh, wow.
If he sits back there all day and just throws it, it's gonna be tough to stop.
It's gonna be a lot of quick throws, I think, from Sam Darnold. I think in this game. And my question to you though is like how often do we hit the quarterback, bro? Like, bro.
Well, it's not hitting him, right, Wayne? It's getting him off his platform.
That's fine. You said hit. I really do want to hit though. Like I
of course, obviously it's your goal, but this
right.
defense doesn't do that. So if they can get him to step up or step out and slide out and make a throw on the move,
the pressure, yeah,
that's where you can he could one of those, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, if they could just run the ball on us all day, it's going to be a long day. But I do think the run game will stop.
That'll wear our defense out too.
With those two tackles inside, I think an underrated pickup that we got was that Keon White from the Patriots. That kid just playing lights out. I mean,
come on,
pressures, stopping the run. He's a solid player. They got a really solid.
He saved the game for the Niners. Tackled what's the name by his shoelaces.
Contract next year, and I think if you put that whole group together as a unit, I think they could do enough to stop the run game as a unit with the second level of the defense between Willow and Kendricks. So that's where we're at. I do expect an improvement because of what we have behind that defensive line now. Also, those guys were just thrusted into the game, right? Here, everyone's hurt. Go play. Go. They had preparation. They had a whole start under their belt, a playoff start under their belt. Now you might see this defense take maybe another half step forward versus the run or as a unit. You don't know. Preparation, adjustments, game planning, scheming, stuff like that. It could happen, but they need to play as a unit. That front seven has to play together in their run fits. They cannot let these guys run free like they did in Week 17. And if that happens, then the Seahawks become one-dimensional.
18. Mm-hmm.
18. Then the Seahawks become one-dimensional, and they have to throw the ball. Well, you better keep your eye on Njigba. Cooper Kupp's dangerous out of the slot. Man. But you have to – listen, you just got to play your game. Yeah. You're prepared all week, and that's it.
You know what's fun? I love that we have the two of you guys on here at the same time because you guys will disagree with each other, but you also end up saying the same thing, right? So Tony is saying that we got to get pressure on Darnold, and Wayne said we're not getting hits. Like, that's not a thing, right? Now, we did have 2 or 3 sacks in the last game, but I don't think they really affected
Tony said we got to hit him. That's what he said at first. But I was saying we don't hit him, but then he changed the pressure. Yeah.
So I like
don't hit
what both of you guys
period.
are saying there. Right. We don't really get there often, right? But here's what I think. I don't think Sam Darnold gets necessarily rattled when he gets hit. I think that he came from the Jets. He's used to getting hit, right? I think he gets pressure mentally when he's got too much time. I think Sam Darnold operates well if it's a 3-step drop, 5-step drop, and he knows exactly where he's going. Mm-hmm. If you give him too much time to start overthinking, he starts I got to make sure I hit this play the right way. Then he's overthrowing, underthrowing. That's when he starts running from ghosts. He just expects someone to be there. I think that the lack of consistent pressure by the Niners is going to play into how we mess up Sam Darnold. Like, we're going to get there a time or two every 3 or 4 drives, right? We're going to get there. He's going to feel us a little bit, right? It's not going to be consistent. We all know that. All 3 of us watching the show, everybody in the chat right now, everyone who's seeing this, we all know we're not going to get there consistently every time he drops back. We know that, right? But what happens is he starts to overthink, right? Because the play caller is going to say, hey, this pass rush doesn't get here all the time. We can dial up some downfield things. You're going to have to stay back there for 3.5, 4 seconds. That's when he starts overthinking. And I think that's where the pressure comes from, not necessarily from us and from the line. It's the pressure to perform. And that's how you rattle a guy like Sam Darnold. So I agree with what you guys were saying, what both of you guys are saying. Tony, I'm pointing this way. You're right. We are going to get some hits. We're going to get some pressures. We might even get a couple of sacks. Wayne, I also think you're right. We don't do it consistently enough for us to even count on that. So how do you rattle him? You maintain so he can't scramble. Set the edge. Yeah. You slowly close that pocket around them, and as it starts closing in, and they're calling those downfield throws to try to take advantage of a secondary that they think is bad. That's when he starts to mess up. I think that's when he starts to fuck up. Now, let's continue moving, and we'll wrap this thing up soon because we're already over an hour and a half mark. I didn't plan on going this long. The last thing that I have here as far as the biggest differences between Week 18 and its upcoming game.
Stop saying you don't be planning on going this long, bro. Whenever it is a show with Mike.
I didn't. No, I am. I'm long form content. That's what I do. That's my bag. But I also know how late it is for both of you guys. Y'all don't do this. So I also keep in mind who I'm on the show with. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't y'all bag, right? So I could go for another 2 hours. Don't get me started. Like, this is my thing. But I got one more note here, and this is what it says. Seattle had success stopping the run and passing defensive formations, specifically in nickel and dime last time they played the Niners. Their nickel and dime packages were stopping the run because Niners didn't have wide receivers out there that they feared, that they respected, right? We didn't have Trent Williams, so they felt like they didn't have to respect the pass at all.
Yeah.
There was no Ricky Pearsall as far as respectable wide receiver, and there was no Trent Williams as far as respectable tone setter on the offensive line. With the combination of those two guys out there, what does that do for the 49ers as far as being what Seattle was last time we played them, 180 and 181 respectively, right? Like that's what their run and pass yards were. Can the Niners do something like that to keep it so well balanced that we just do whatever we want to do against this team where they're constantly scrambling around and trying to figure out what the next play is going to be? Because them having success against the run and nickel packages and then dime packages, that's terrifying. Why are these DBs getting to these running backs so early and stopping us?
You're not saying the full story. Their big nickel is 6'2", 220 pounds.
That's E-Man,
which essentially is a linebacker.
Yeah. They
But
build different.
the thing
bro.
is, he has the ability to cover, man up. He has the ability to play to run, and he's very fast. So to say that they're having all the success versus the nickel, it's like when the Niners come out with Pinnock as the big nickel.
Right.
Clearly, there's a major drop off between Pinnock and this other
Lori
kid from South Carolina.
Yeah,
but
that was my draft crush, Tony. Oh
no, he's great. He's a good ball player. You can't take it away. And I actually hope they implement a scheme like that with a big nickel with that type of versatility. And there actually is a safety coming out from South Carolina that could do it in Kilgore. But the thing is this. What they have to do is they have to get them out of sitting and be more reactionary. And how they could do that,
motions.
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh no, I got you.
They don't jump on motions. They just sit.
We don't motion. We didn't motion last game. We didn't motion like we normally do. It's 100% true.
Even if they do motion, like if you watch when they played Baltimore,
well, that's because they're probably not trying to show their man up defense.
But that's the problem. That's what I'm trying to say.
Got you.
His defense, they don't move. All they do is they'll slide a little bit this way or slide. If it becomes uneven and it's trips or 2x1 or 3x1 to the left, they'll slide. That's all they'll do. They're not going to go and show man concepts. And what they do from that point to snap is they sit. And they don't create windows by responding. You understand what I'm saying? Their corners will go man up. But your big nickel plus your two inside linebackers and Love on the deep third, they sit. All they do is sit and they play reactionary football. And that notion is what I think is the kryptonite to Kyle Shanahan's offense. Because what does his offense do? His offense is based off of motions, creating windows. So what does Kyle do? Does he answer and say, okay, let's try something else? We're not going to motion, and we're just going to attack based out of our alignments. I don't know. Which is
what we saw a lot of in week 18, but the execution I thought was piss poor a lot. Like in my opinion.
It was poor because number one, honestly, I think Seattle wanted that game more. I think that game was more important for Seattle than it was for the 49ers.
That's fair.
Unfortunately. I also think that Kyle did things in that game to see how they respond.
I agree.
I was going to take this game and come across with the jab or the knockout punch. That's what I think. And Kyle's known to do that. Like he'll call a whole script in the first half, and then the second half it'll be opposite. And he'll jab his way out of it. He'll you know what I'm saying? He'll adjust and he'll adjust that defense from what he's seen based off. Because remember now, he has the week 1 film.
Yeah.
He has the week 17 or 18 film, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And now he puts those two films up and he watches the changes from 1 to 17 or 18. And then he goes to the 18 and say, okay, well, this is the difference. They sat when they put Job in and they put the safety / linebacker / corner in. That's how they made the big nickel. Right? And then they sprinkled packages in now where they went dime and Woolen was the dime back.
Mm-hmm.
So what Kyle has to do is if he sees a heavy dime look, I would get right behind Trent's ass.
But that's the difference.
Go.
So you just gave the answer. Like the no Trent shit didn't work. With Trent, shit would work.
I think that was the big issue.
It's common sense.
Because the issue is this, and I said it before. With no Trent means Kittle's is an inline blocker.
Inline blocker.
Now you're only sending 2, maybe 3 people out into a pattern. Where you have Trent, and now you can send potentially 4 people out into a pattern. So that's where we're at.
That's why, and I think you still get inline blocking. I think you see more 2 tight end sets in this game. Notice how with George Kittle we get less 2 tight end sets, which is weird. But when George Kittle doesn't play, you get the 2 tight end sets with the Jake Tonjes and the Luke Farrells out there on the football field. So I think you're 100% correct. And I think this is a totally different offensive game plan, knowing that you have your all-pro offensive lineman out there. I know he's not a playmaker, but he helps set up plays. And I think this is what will allow Christian McCaffrey to feast as a pass catcher, right? This will allow the screen game to work a little bit more. You might see different types of screens in this game. It's just I think Kyle will find a way. It's going to come down to his players executing the plays.
Now, my one issue where I hope Kyle does not do, I hope he does not do the tip-off with Farrell comes out, Tonjes comes in and they throw the ball. I hope he doesn't do that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
He's got to be true. He's got to, you know what I'm saying? He's got to be true to it. You can't tip your hand when you see Farrell, it means run, and you can't do, Tonjes as a pass. So I think he needs to be creative with that. So that's where I am with that. I think so. Trent gave up 6 pressures last week. He may struggle tomorrow. Sure, whatever. He was also rushing against Nolan Smith, who's 6'2", 250 pounds, with 4.4 speed. So, I mean, I don't see Seattle having that type of rusher. I mean, yes, Maffei's good. Yes, Hall is good. Derek Lawrence is not that type of rusher. He's more of a power rusher, and I think that fits 100% Trent Williams' game. But it's not only Trent Williams. It's Trent Williams on that line that makes that line play better as a unit. So,
and that was his game coming off the injury, right? So now he's full practice, back. It's a thing, yo. You miss time, like that's weird. Like, so I think it'll be a little bit different. But I like what Tony's saying about the matchups. Like, it's just different,
I mean, the Seahawks fans, I understand. Great defense. You're the 1 seed. Your defense is the best defense in the league. I will tell you that, and it's probably one of the best defenses I've watched.
Yeah,
in a long time.
I have no problem. I'm not going to let you get that off. They're not the best defense in the league.
He said one of the best defenses. He said
no. He said the best.
I thought he said one of the best.
No, I said one of the best defenses I've watched.
That's
in a long time.
Here's what I heard. I heard you got the best defense in the league. They're one of the best I've watched in a long time. That's what I heard.
One of the best.
Okay,
that doesn't mean
right.
The best. It's one of the best, like meaning the group of the upper echelon of defenses.
Yeah. No, they're top 5, but this year that goes to the Texans without a shadow of a doubt. There is no defense better than that Texans defense this year. That's all. I was jumping in to interrupt for.
I like Denver's defense. I think Denver got the defense.
Denver's top 3 also.
Nah,
Seattle's top 5. Those are probably the top 3.
It's different. It's differences on like what you want. You want the team that gets to the quarterback, because then that'll be Denver. You want the team that gets interceptions, that's probably the Texans. So like
Texans get to the quarterback and they stop the run.
The Broncos led the league in sacks. So
I hear you.
But I'm just saying, like they all have, and the Texans didn't lead the league in interceptions, but they do get them. I think I'm just saying, I think it's preference though. Like
right, Texans top 3 in all of those categories: sacks, pressures, interceptions, like stopping and run. They top 3 in all of them. They the best.
But I like Seattle's defense. I'm not gonna lie. The way that defense is built,
the defense top notch.
I think it's relentless.
It's a beautiful thing they got going over there.
Yeah, it's a relentless D. They got big corners. I mean, they got a big secondary. That's how they're able to play physical. Like Tony said, they're so like malleable, right? Like they disguise very well. Is what I'm trying to say. They don't move on the motions. That's how the Ravens whipped our ass that time. Anyway,
and that's
how they're
part
built.
right there.
Yeah.
You got back to it. I wasn't going to bring it up. I was going to move us on, but since you said it right there, they don't move on the motions, right? The couple of times that we probably move people 12 to 15 times offensively. We put somebody.
We're trying to see who's playing in man. That's all motion is doing. Yeah.
Those boys had cement feet, Wayne. They weren't showing shit. I ain't see a shoulder pad do this. I ain't see a shimmy. I didn't see a helmet turn. You know the little beak on the side of the helmets? I ain't see nothing. Those boys stonewalled the 49ers, and Kyle didn't know what to do.
But you know
Kyle didn't know what to do. Brock didn't know what to do, and the offensive lineman didn't know what protections to call out, bro. They had us shook.
It's because of that experience, right? Like, listen, nobody's talking about Ernest Jones the fourth, right? Like, I know he's sick. I understand he's dealing with some type of illness, but expect him to show up. Like, right? Like, you got to expect him to show up. That's key to their defense, right? Their linebacking core. And then they just got a pretty good secondary. Like, I'm not going to
Who has a better game? Ernest Jones or Eric Kendricks? Talk about the old linebackers. Come on. Who has a better game? Come on. Let's go. Let's get there, baby.
I think Jones has the better game. I didn't think he played that well. I think Kyle took him out of the game a lot in week 18 because you didn't hear about him. But in week 1, he was the man. I think he has a better game.
Tony looked like he might have disagreed. I saw that facial expression. Tony,
That's
what
cool.
you think, man? I don't know. I could just be stirring the pot.
I think Jones is going to have the better game because the 49ers offense attacks the middle of the field. That's where they play. And if he's sitting 7 to 10 yards off the ball, just sitting there, the traffic's going to come right there.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to have more opportunities, I should say. But
all right.
The flip side of it is if they continue to run the ball at the rate that they did, that means Kendricks will be busy inside the box, trying to stop the run.
And they're gonna try to they're gonna try to force Kendricks to cover. So that's what we got to worry about.
What you say? I'm sorry.
I said they're gonna try. I know you were reading that comment. They got to try to. I read it too. They got to try to. They're gonna try to force Kendricks to cover, and that's something. They got a lot of shifty dudes coming across the middle of the field. I don't want to see Kendricks on a wide receiver, but they're gonna make it happen.
This is my last question,
okay,
and then we can wrap up.
Okay.
All right. So week 18, we heard a lot of chirping from Diamador Lenore saying, I want to shadow. They did not let him do it week 18. Head to Philly last week. We saw something for the first time all season we haven't seen. And they did allow him to shadow at certain points in the game. He was no longer just playing the left side of the defense, right side of the offense. He was moving back and forth. He lined up in the slot a couple of times and all that stuff. Was that preparation for if and when he's got to go up against Jackson Smith and Jigba? Because Jigba was a nightmare for the Niners. How do we slow him down? Do we see a game where Diamador Lenore, our best corner, shadows Jackson Smith and Jigba, their best wide receiver, top 5 receiver in the NFL this year? After
top
this,
5.
we going home.
Isn't he the best? He's number 1 receiver in the league.
I wanted to say the best, but I felt like that was my Ohio State bias coming out. So I didn't
number
want to
1 receiver in the league.
I don't know the stats. But
he's the number 1 receiver in the league. I'll leave it at that. So he the best.
So boom, our best versus the best.
No, I don't.
Are y'all shadowing all game or no?
Not all game. No moments. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Let me ask you this before we give it to Tony. What moments aren't you shadowing?
If he lines up in the slot, you're gonna put Diamador in the slot.
That's what shadowing is.
I don't think they do that.
So you wouldn't do that. So he's got to be on the outside in order for Lenore to go with him.
Right. I think on the outside, Demo will go with him, and I think on the inside, they trust out. And the 3 wide receiver set, you let Stout do his thing. That's what's gonna happen. But listen, man, here's the key to him, right? He can catch. He got 200, 300 fucking yards for all I care. Just don't let him score touchdowns. Keep him on the end zone. That's their guy. He going to get his. He's having a season, a career season at that. Keep him out of the end zone, bro. Keep him out of the end zone. I guarantee you, the Niners have been good at keeping him out of the end zone. They're getting beat by tight ends and they're getting ran on. Just keep him out of the end zone, bro.
Okay, Tony, what say you, man? Am I wrong? First, am I wrong? Did y'all see Diamador Lenore shadowing a little bit? He was on AJ Green a lot that first half, right?
It was
that's why I said not all game. That's why I said that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was situational. I think it was very heavy in man concepts. I think they were when they went man, he would do the shadowing. I think you could see that this week. I think they prepared for it last week. I don't think he'll go to the slot. I think Stout, not stature, but physical and speed-wise, I think could match up with him in the slot. I do think in man situations on the outside, I think Demo could follow him. But I'm going to be honest with you. I think Green had a couple solid reps against him when he lined up against him. And the reason why I'm saying Green, because Green's a little bit taller, his arms a little bit longer.
More physical,
I think he might be a little bit faster than Demo. And it's not a knock. I'm just putting his physical attributes out there, which could match up versus a receiver like Njigba. So that's something to keep in mind too. What I don't want to see is them play that 7 yards off and just catch the ball, tackle him, push him out. I don't want to see that. This is not a game that you could do that. All right. This is you play aggressive, play with your back against the wall, and just come out fighting and swinging. And I think they'll be able to control it, hopefully. But I think the defense has to play together as a unit, all 11 guys. They all have to be sound assignment, tackling, flying to the ball, run fits. Communication's key on the back end.
And they got to tackle.
With Siegel now without Jair Brown out there. But it does help with Kendricks in the middle. So if Kendricks Kendricks will pretty much be lining everybody like Fred Warner did. So let's see how that works. And, if they could play as a unit and they could rummage one sack out of the game, but at least keep Darnold make Darnold drop his eyes off the receivers, I think the Niners could do it. But that's a lot that you're asking for a lot right there. So it's going to be interesting. This is why they play the game. You got Seahawk fans burning Fred Warner's jersey. You got Seahawk fans on the YouTube things. I didn't even know they had content creators saying we're playing the Rams next week. You got to play this week. You saw what happened with Philly.
Did you see the voodoo doll? The dude that paid for the witch doctor shit?
Yeah.
No.
For Brock Purdy? You didn't see that, Tony?
No.
I don't know if he was
Fucking
playing,
despicable,
but
bro.
that shit was crazy.
I
don't know if it was
that.
AI or not.
Yeah.
You don't want to see? I got the picture here. You don't want to see it?
I don't want to see that shit. I don't like that shit.
Okay.
I'm not into that shit. That shit freaks me out. I don't like it. I don't want to see that. But it's sad that you have to go to that. If you're so confident of Week 18's performance by putting one touchdown up with 3 field goals, you shouldn't have to go to a witchcraft to solidify it.
Talk your shit. All right, we got one more super chat here, and then we're going to go to final thoughts. Let me read the super chat really quick, and then I'm going to let you guys go final thoughts in order of the way that we are on the screen right now, okay? The very last one that I see here is from our guy, Eddie. Hold up, here we go. Eddie G. and the B-Dogs. He says, good to see y'all together. I think we win the turnover battle. Love y'all. Let's cook them birds. Niners dub. Book it. Love y'all. Hashtag faithful to the Bay, man. And we balling, y'all. I like that he's got 3 footballs there. Y'all know what those 3 footballs represent in my eyes? Wild card, divisional, NFC championship. Let's go out there and get them, man.
He ain't put that 4th one, though.
He did not put the 4th one, dog. Come on.
Nah, Eddie G,
Come
thanks,
on,
bro.
Eddie, man. What you doing? Where the 4th football at, baby? It's all good. I just went off the top of the dome. I don't know why he did the footballs, but, he's showing some love out there. Eddie, man, we do appreciate the super chat. I was not booing the super chat, so thank you very much, man. And, no, it is always good to get the band back together, man. I think we got something special here. Anytime I can get my guys here to get some honest thoughts and opinions out there, that's what I want to bring to you guys as much as I can. So hopefully we get to do this a lot more next year. Won't be as late. I can promise you that part. And Nate, thank you for fixing it up and giving the 4th football. Okay, it won't be as late. Listen, I bowl on Wednesdays. I bowl on Fridays. We do them any other day. Tuesdays and Thursdays are normal days. It ain't got to be this late. So we'll see. God dang it, they doing another super chat here. Okay, this one says here, this is Nigel Crane. I believe this is his 2nd one, so he gets the horn.
Them tickets expensive,
They scared to resell tickets, too. Bro, did y'all see the thing about the flights? Like, they not even listing flights from California to Seattle anymore.
They don't want us in Seattle?
No, they're booked. They're full to capacity. Everything is standby. So they're not listing them anymore.
Oh, they're not
Niner
even listing
fans
the
are going to
flights.
be in Seattle. We out there, y'all. We are out there. Best believe that y'all are going to hear and feel the Niner faithful out there tomorrow, bro. We are out there. So it's going to be a thing of beauty, man. I love it. And they sent the memo out. Hey, stop selling your tickets to opposing team members. Like, no, we need y'all to be out there. The memo went around online. They did it. I don't know. Y'all didn't see it? I'll pull it up, but it's all right. We don't have to pull it up. But a memo went around to Seattle season ticket holders saying, we know that you guys like to resell your tickets. Don't do it for this game. Like, we need all Seattle fans in the building for this one. So, Oh, last thing. Did y'all hear what Sean Payton talked about? He said in Denver. He said, I know that everybody wants to wait until they're about to snap the ball and start making noise. That's the wrong time to do it. Did y'all hear this comment? Mm-mm. He was saying that we don't need y'all to make noise after they break the huddle and head to the line for the snap. We need y'all to make noise while they're trying to call the plays in. Do you know I never thought about that?
Yeah.
He's talking about the fans. I never once thought about that. Why do we wait until they break the huddle and then start getting loud before the snap? They already know the play. He's absolutely right. I never thought about that. I thought that was genius. That was genius. He went to the actual podium during the presser and said that. So I like that battle cry. So, Faithful, if you're out there, you watching this, you going out there to the game, and I know y'all are, make sure y'all are making noise as they are in their huddle, man. Make them go to silent count in their house. It's going to be tough to do, but we've done it everywhere else that we go all year long. So that's it. All right, let's go ahead and get the final thoughts. We're going to do it in the order that we are on screen. We'll start with Wayne. We'll go with Tony after that, and then I'll finish this up, man. Let's get out of here, fellas. Great show.
I'm going to keep it short and simple.
No score predictions and none of that, because we all do pregame shows. So make them tune in for that shit. Don't give me no score predictions, winners, losers, none of that. Save that for your show before the game. I know you're doing one tomorrow.
I wasn't, but
well, if you're not, then go ahead and do it now. Then that's fine. I thought I go live before the game, so that's
I know what you
my
do,
apologies.
Man. I mean, I got my little ritual before the game that I got to do to get into rhythm. But look, I think this is gonna be a great game. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely going to be – remember wrestling when it used to come on Saturday night? This is literally a Saturday night main event show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what – if you thought 40-something million was viewed into that game last week, it's probably going to be like 64 million people viewed to this game. Because this is a good old classic battle, Seattle 49ers. It's just classic. It's history. It's so much into this. This is the rubber match game. Nobody's even talking about that. We split one with them this season, and this is the game not for it all, but to continue and advance in these playoffs. I got my money on Kyle Shanahan. I don't care what he rolling in there. I just feel like Kyle gonna have his team ready to go. Offense, defense, and special teams. I know Seahawks on paper look like they the better team, but good luck. Because it's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great bow out. Niners just got to bring the mother freaking energy from the beginning to the end of this game, yo. They can't run out of gas. They got to bring energy from the beginning to the end of this game. We already talked about stopping the run. We already talked about running the ball. Those are key essentials to this 49ers team. Stop the run, run the ball. Everything else sets up from there. Because if you want the offense to work, it's got to get into a rhythm. That's Kyle Shanahan's offense. It's timing. Defensive-wise, they got to take away their strength, and their strength is running, believe it or not. Seattle's been trying to run the ball all season, and when they run the ball, they play so much better. So you got to stop the run. And I think the Niners are going to shock the world, man. They've been doing it all season long. So I don't expect anything less from the 49ers.
All right, Tony, before you go, one more super chat just came in really quick. Let me go ahead and read. This was our first one from our guy, Niner Rick. There. He says, Niners are going to Seattle's to kick ass and chew gum. And by the way, gum is not allowed on the field. So y'all know what that mean, right?
Excuse me, bitch.
Yeah, y'all know what that mean, baby. Happy birthday, Breezy, man. Niner Rick, thank you so much for that super chat, Breezy, man. Bro, they love you, bro. Bro, they love you, man.
I love them.
They love you,
for
man.
Sure.
This is incredible, man. I absolutely love. I love seeing the appreciation from my man Wayne out there, man. Man, they loved and they missed you, bro. So I'm glad you made it back for this one here. All right, Tony, the floor is yours for your final thoughts, big dog.
Yeah. Listen, this is a big game. It's a good game. It's going to be a good game. Two powerhouses in the NFC, both from the same division. There's a lot on the line. I think the pressure's clearly on Seattle. I don't think there's any pressure at all whatsoever on the 49ers. I think they can play free. They can just play their style of football, put their back against the wall. I think these teams are two very well-coached teams, specifically on the defense for Seattle. Kubiak's doing a good job with the offense. I don't know too much about the special teams guy, but I do think the 49ers total picture of the staff is an excellent coach team on all three phases. I think it's going to take all three phases to win this game. The defense is just going to have to keep improving week in and week out like it's been for the latter part of the season. It gets to the point in the playoffs where the cream rises to the top, and sometimes the best team doesn't do it. It's the better coach team and the more experienced team. So that's things that you got to watch for. I think the Niners need to just come out and do their thing. Just play loose and just come out swinging, man. You lose, you lose. The money wasn't on you. The pressure is on the Seahawks. The only thing I don't ask, I do ask for that they don't do, is just give up and get blown out of the water. I'd be devastated if that happened. I don't think that will happen. I think it will be a very tight game. And from watching Week 18's game versus Seattle and the way that game finished and how that momentum carried over into Philly, and now we're right back versus Seattle again, it's hard to beat a team 2 times in a row. So, listen, they got to come out and just play their football, their brand of football. And if they do that, they'll have a chance to win it. They can't shoot themselves in the foot, turnover-wise, penalty-wise. I don't know who the official is in the game, so I don't know what we're looking at there. But as far as the game versus Philly, allegedly the guy who grew up in Philly was an Eagles fan. And I think the Niners got 2 penalties on him. So
just one. The other one was not accepted.
No?
Just one. The other one was not accepted. Yeah, man. Talk about it, bro. Let's go.
So it is what it is. And that's it. Looking forward to the game tomorrow. That's it.
All right. I like it. I like it, man. Y'all know what time it is already, man. Shout out to my mans, Tony and Wayne, man. I want to give you two a round of applause for staying with me so late. I have never seen y'all on this late before. If it wasn't a 24-hour stream, I'm lying. Wayne used to do it back in the day, but look at him tapping into that fountain of youth. Y'all thought the birthday was going to slow my man down. Y'all are wrong, man. Wayne stayed strong. Only one yawn on air that I saw. Only one,
I yawned 3 times, bro.
Oh, I only noticed the one, so that's cool. I didn't notice the other one, so that's
good. It was definitely
good,
3.
man.
It was lion yawn.
Just
yeah.
I like it, man. I like it. But fellas, man, we did it. We made it through another one. Look, this is what I got for y'all, man. I saw this thing going around on X, and it was who was more pressure on, Sam Darnold or Brock Purdy. And there were a lot of people out there saying that the pressure is on Brock Purdy, and I just got to disagree with that, man. I have to disagree with that. Sam Darnold is the number 1 pick. Sam Darnold is the number 1 seed. Sam Darnold is coming off the bye week, well-rested, fresh. Just beat the team that you're about to go against. The last game you played, y'all beat them, right? And everybody is expecting y'all to win. Y'all are 7 or 7.5, depends on what site you go to, point favorites to win this game, right? Brock Purdy is Mr. Irrelevant. You're the underdog. You're not supposed to win. They just beat you, right? No one's expecting the 1st-round pick to lose to the 7th-round pick. No one is expecting the 49ers to go out there and win this game. Vegas is saying otherwise. Vegas is saying, no, the Niners aren't supposed to win this game. So y'all tell me who the pressure is on, right? And everyone likes to say this is a what have you done for me lately type of league, right? And there's number 4 for Wayne. What have you done for me lately? Well, lately when the Niners played the Seattle Seahawks, the Seahawks win. They won that game, right? But here's the difference. Both of these teams are better on the road than they are at home. Both of these teams have more wins this season on the road than they do at home. Both of these teams have more losses at home than they do on the road. So we can sit here and play these fantasy matchup games and all that and what's it going to be and how they're going to play and all that stuff. The pressure is definitely on Sam Darnold to go out there and win this game in their house with the number 1 seed coming off the bye after y'all just put the pieces on the San Francisco 49ers. You're on number 5. So
I think I only yawned because you talk.
Damn.
Yo,
I'm just that boring.
Speed this shit
That's
up.
crazy, bro. I'm trying to wrap it up. I was trying to make it nice and poetic, but it's cool. Let me take the voice off. Listen, man, I'm going to break it down more later on. All right, I'm going to come to y'all tomorrow. Make sure y'all are here, locked in. Subscribe to both channels, The Wayne Breezy on all platforms, Nothing But Niners on all platforms. Spell it out, abbreviated NB9ERS, however you got to do it. Make sure y'all get there. And then for the game, we will be live on the Patreon page, patreon.com/NB9ERS. I love y'all, fellas. Let's sign out in unison the way we are on the screen. Everybody take yourselves off of mute. Y'all ready? Let's go, man. You ready, Wayne? You ready, Tony?
Bro, I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry.
Man, fuck you, Wayne. It's cool. I miss you too, man. I only yawn because you talking. All right, it's cool, man. Here we go.
I didn't yawn when Tony talked. I don't know what it is. Something about your voice. Change that shit up. Put some bass in it. Put some treble in it.
It's soothing. I need treble. It's less bass.
Treble.
Yeah, it's more treble.
Bass.
Yeah,
I don't know, bro.
I'll work on that.
That jump was
let's go
funny.
home, man. Let's go home. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always wake up when Mike is talking. Now, remain faithful. I know the words. God dang it.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey. See, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find